All right. Nathaniel out here in Perris, California. Not to be confused with Paris, France. And joining me is Antelope Valley Watchmen, West Coast Digital, and SGV News First. And right now we're going to be doing a First Amendment audit of the Islamic Center of Perris. We're going to make sure that our friends at the Islamic Center here in Perris respect and honor our constitutional rights to record in public. So if you've watched any past audits, you'll know that they don't respond well to cameras at these places. I don't know why, but they seem to get kind of rattled when people show up and start filming their welcome centers or whatever. So we were already in the area and we thought we'd come here and do a hi.
Don't record us.
Wow. Well, that was very welcoming.
What's going on, my man?
Hi, how you doing?
What you doing? What's going on?
We're just shooting a little video.
Shooting a video of what?
Anything we can see in the public, man.
Huh?
Anything we see in public.
All right.
This is the United States.
You good? You good? You can shoot right
You
now.
know what's up.
Y'all ready to get y'all coffee? Let me see y'all get y'all coffee. Y'all ready to get y'all? Come on, y'all talking about?
Nah, man, we're over here walking down the alley. She slams the door. Don't record us. This is an Islamic Center, right? That's what this is? Like, is that what this is? I'm just asking you.
Why are you worried about whether it's an Islamic Center?
Is this a place for what? What do you guys do here? You don't know?
You don't know?
You work here? So why are you not here talking to us for?
This is America.
And that's, yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
So why are you asking dumb questions?
You guys came out here like something's gonna
Why are
happen.
you asking dumb questions?
Dumb. I mean, it's not a dumb question. We're just asking about the.
You need anything? That's what I'm
Called public relations, man, you know. Advertise, let people know what's going on.
really don't care.
Hey, Omar, just come here. Who cares? Like, ignore them. Also, like, you're not allowed to have us unless we give consent.
Hey,
and
let
none of us
it
give
go.
consent.
Just take a picture.
So,
I know, but it's not okay.
but he doesn't have consent to put our face.
Well, we don't need consent when you're in public, sir. There's no expectation of
This
privacy.
is public.
This is.
This is public.
Guys, don't engage.
Thank you,
Come on,
man.
everyone.
Yeah, there you go. It's a baby maneuver. That's okay. Don't get mad at it. Let's go.
I'm not mad. I just know that I'm not going to...
No, it's just, you know, it's the United States, the First Amendment, the Constitution. People don't like it. They
Don't
can
care
move
about
back
the
where
United
they came
States.
from. People don't like it, they can move back to where you came
But
from.
who cares, though?
We care.
I don't care, though. That's
Yeah, but we care.
So what?
Hey, you got that right to not care, bro.
I do.
That's good.
Who's your heat? You don't humble up, man. You don't even entertain. When you entertain, you give it script.
Oh, they're very welcoming here.
Make sure the sister get to the door.
That's just weird. That's how it's going to be.
Want to go around the front?
Sir, make sure y'all get to the front.
Let's go around to the front.
All right, guys, so this is the city of Perris. Looks like they're not too friendly to deal with political photographers. It's the Islamic Center in Paris.
What are y'all doing?
Filming.
Yeah, we're just shooting a little video. Wow. It's kind of a.
Yeah, mommy's coming.
Oh, make sure you go in the front. Y'all make sure the women get to the car, 'cause they got more than that. They got one, sir. Yeah, make sure sisters get to the car.
That's a super fan right there, bro. There you go. Thank
Cam
you,
back.
man.
Yeah, it's kind of cool, man.
Yeah.
Just look
That's
like
called the
that, man.
First
That's
Amendment,
better.
brother, right there. First Amendment, bro.
The thing about it is like the government. The problem with the government is that a lot of the politicians they protect the Second Amendment, but they don't protect the First Amendment. And I'm like, we gotta protect the First Amendment. That's
Yeah.
that's the key. We just gotta protect the First Amendment.
That's
so,
right, man.
So that, like people want to take pictures, and they want to, I don't know, if they want to do whatever they want to do, they could do it. They want freedom of speech. So that's the issue that I have.
Freedom of religion, freedom of press.
Why are you guys wearing like
All black.
No, not black. It's just like
I got blue.
no, it's like the safety vest. Like we're not gonna shoot you or anything. I guess is that scared?
No,
Like, you guys are scared. I don't know why you guys are scared.
No.
I don't know why you guys are scared because it's not
What do you mean scared, bro?
like it's just a mosque. Dude. You guys have to be
Yeah,
scared.
who's scared? You guys.
You
are.
no, you guys
look like you scared.
yeah,
Is this what Allah teaches you guys, man?
No, that's the thing. Like it's just like
What
you
does
guys.
he teach you? What does Allah teach
What
you?
are we
All right, so
saying?
That's
so
his
the way.
personal opinion.
Like,
what
I
he's
really want to
telling
know.
So yeah,
What do you think
It's
we're
a
scared
freedom of
Doesn't make
speech.
any
He's
sense.
expressing his personal
so Allah teaches us. So you have to understand.
If we were scared,
No,
we
no,
wouldn't be
no.
scared.
I wanna hear him. I wanna hear him. I wanna hear
Let
him.
him answer the question. He asked the
Go
question. I
ahead,
want to answer. Yeah. So we have to understand. There's one God. This religion believes that there's one God, and that this God is all merciful, kind, generous. There's different qualities of this God, and this God is, what's that? All-seeing. He sees everything.
Is Allah a deceiver?
Huh?
Does the Quran say that Allah is the greatest of all deceivers?
No, it doesn't. So
What about the Hadith?
Huh?
Hadith? Does it say it in the Hadith?
No, it doesn't say in the hadith. No.
Okay.
So yeah, so the way it works is there's the one creation. He has different attributes, and some of these attributes, he's the most merciful, the most kind, the most generous. He's all-seeing, all-hearing. He knows what's going on here. Some religions believe that there's God, but he doesn't really know what's going on at all times. This religion believes that he knows what's going on at all times. Okay, so we believe in one God, and there's one God. Some religions, huh?
You guys knew we were coming?
I don't know, but some no, I didn't. Some religions they
For the
believe,
guys who don't believe in Allah, what are we called?
huh?
For the guys who do not believe in Allah, what do you call us?
So some people are called Christians, Jews,
No. For the guys who
atheists.
do not believe in Allah, what do you call them?
It depends
It's
on
a word that starts with the I. It's called an infidel.
if no, that's
We're all infidels according to your
according
God.
to you.
No. It's in your Quran. It's
No.
we're all infidels. It says to kill us, as a matter of fact.
Oh, you're very wrong. On
No.
that.
I
You're
can show you. I can show you. Pull it out. Pull your
No.
Quran out.
I so the way this verse works. So you have to understand how this verse works. Okay. So
All right, break it down. That way everybody can know.
Are you trying to? Do you
No.
have, do you have open mind or closed mind? I gotta know.
We really
I'm
want to know.
willing to listen. Yeah,
Yeah,
let
I
me go.
appreciate it.
We want to learn.
Yeah,
We want to listen.
Yeah,
That's
so
what it is.
I'm getting recorded. It's like free. It's like free, information. So why not?
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
no, but
It's called
so
freedom under religion, bro.
yeah. So the way it works is. So what was your question again? Your question is.
Are we infidels?
No. So what I'm telling you what the answer is. You're called Christians, Jews, atheists, agnostics, whatever you want to call it. So and we live in the United States of America. United States of America has a certain set of laws, and we follow those laws. That's it.
And if we are inside of another country, we would be
There is
getting
no
what
Islamic
right now?
country in the world right now. There is no Islamic country.
If we're in the Middle East and we didn't believe in Allah, what would happen to us?
Huh?
What would happen to us?
Go ask the soldiers that are, and all the Americans that live in Dubai and Saudi Arabia and all that. And what are they going to tell you?
They're doing good?
Yeah, they love their life.
All right,
It's a
cool.
it's a very well off life for them. A lot of people have chosen to live in Dubai. Dubai is a very well off area.
So how come, you guys are supposed to be a religion of peace. But yeah, we come walking down the alley with cameras and we have somebody in there slams the door on us.
Hold on.
Somebody slams the door on us. No, wait, this is a religion of peace.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, we just
Are you
wanna find
married?
out.
Are you married?
Yeah, we're
You
married,
have
bro.
daughters?
Yeah.
You have daughters. So 11 o'clock at night, you see somebody in all black come walking towards your house.
This
Or
is
where
your
you-
house.
Listen, I understand. This is our house.
No.
This is
All
a
right,
house
no,
to
no.
us. And
Okay, go ahead. I'll let you get
and
that.
I'm saying, you wouldn't be worried?
You just had some concerns.
I had concern because the female.
But it was a female that came out here
It
and
was
slammed
more-
the door like, stop.
Yeah,
come
it's
on.
scary. It's scary. It's
Come on,
scary.
that's,
It's
that's
scary.
women.
It's
That's
scary.
women. That's
I thought
women.
Middle Eastern
But that's
women were
that's
supposed to be
women
talking to
nature
men.
and all the stuff that's going
Talking
on.
over
All right,
me.
let me finish.
All the stuff that's going on in America, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man. It's a lot
It's a
going
scary
on.
environment. People are dying.
Come on, man.
It's a tough political environment right now. So
No.
you have a right to be afraid. So, and you have a right to defend yourself. That's how it is. So some people out there, I was in Alaska all summer, and sometimes in Alaska, any white dude, if you do what your guys are doing, like they'll be defensive. It's Second Amendment. They have the right to defend if they perceive that fear. But
They feel,
here,
yeah.
you know, nothing wrong happened. But I feel like some of the information that you've received.
No, it's all over.
No,
I've read the Quran,
you've
bro.
been misinformed.
I've read the Quran.
No, so that verse you asked
In
about.
the end.
So I want to. So you can
But you
show
know what?
us.
You know what?
You've
A
been
lot of
misinformed.
Muslims are leaving from the Middle East to come here to get away from the persecution out
That's
there.
right. That's right.
So I get it.
This is.
So that's good though that you guys are not following that bloodshed.
No.
That's out that way.
You're wrong because
And bringing it here.
that's not a religious thing. That's a political
believe in all
thing.
the
No,
books.
I gotta answer these.
I mean, what?
We believe in all the books.
That's good, man.
No, but
Every single one of them. Every one of
you
them.
have to understand, like it's a political issue. This is not a religious issue. What's going on in Syria? This is political. What's going on in Syria? These are political issues. These people don't really follow the religion. You saw what happened to Khashoggi, the guy that got killed. These are political issues. So like, I really want to inform you because when people come up here and do these kind of tactics, I was like, it's been misinformed. Actually, as a matter of fact, just recently, one of the head of a political party in the Netherlands who started a political party against Muslims, he ended up becoming Muslim because he was misinformed. So I'm trying to tell you guys, like some information you've told me is clearly misinformed. Clearly misinformed.
Misinformed or misinterpreted?
Misinformed. Misinformed. 100%.
So you do know those scriptures that I'm talking about, though, right?
Yeah. So for those scriptures.
So it does say that in the Quran, though, right?
Yeah. So you have to understand. You know. So the way that's.
So that I'm not misinformed.
Well, keep in mind. I've spoken to many different churches and priests. You know, there's a lot more worse things in the Bible, but keep in mind.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean
No,
to.
go on.
No, I was just is what you're trying to say is that maybe there's just more extreme versions of
No,
because there's extreme versions of Christianity too.
No,
Yeah, there is.
I'll take care of this. I got this. No, so so for these verses, you have to understand that they have a connotation behind it. These are people that persecuted Prophet Muhammad. Put the camera over here. You gotta listen to this. This is an important answer. Important answer right here. Important answer.
Okay, go ahead.
These are people that hurt Prophet Muhammad for like over 20 years, and at a certain point,
They heard him?
persecuted him, hurt him for so many years, and he had to move to another area. So what ended up happening was the Quran made the verses very clear. Hey, guys, this is a kick.
No, I'm
This is
listening.
the main
Go
thing.
ahead.
The Quran made it very clear.
Right.
Those people that hurt Prophet Muhammad for 20 years, you have two choices: be Muslim or leave the area. But if you're gonna continue to fight him, that's when he has the right to kill you guys. So and it's very self-evident. I think that's common sense. So like if I'm causing trouble in the United States for 20 years, and then the United States, they have the right to say you either leave the United States or we're gonna kill you. I think that's very fair game. And the United States, normally the United States would put you in prison automatically. So what ended up happening was, so those verses are very misinterpreted. So like people, those are like selected
But
verses
those
that people.
verses are in there.
Yeah, of course they're in there. And I just.
What if I told you that your Quran started changing up when Muhammad got involved? He started adding all kinds of extra twists and turns. He sat there. How old was Aisha when he married her?
So the thing is, you have to Aisha.
Was
There's
6 years
different.
old. She was 6 years
There's different
old. He had
versions,
sex
but
with
some
her
six.
when she was 9.
Yeah, but
Oh,
okay. So I want you to understand this. Very interestingly, people have. This is not the first generation that's hated against Muslims. Okay.
No, it's not hate, man. It's not hate at all, bro.
Or against Muslims. Okay.
It's not even against Muslims.
Or like critical of Muslims. Yeah, critical.
Right.
I'm curious. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm not a
curious,
protester. I'm here to
Yeah,
document what.
So there's this. But the thing is, if you actually look at historical records, the first time that
Matter of fact,
wait.
it's good that we're doing this because people all over the place are going to see this.
Yeah.
So this is going to ease them.
Yeah.
And it makes
These
it
hard
makes sure.
questions, bro. It'll ease them.
No,
while
these
you
are
answer
good
them.
questions. Hey, you guys should be listening to this. We're having good dialogue right here. You guys gotta listen to this.
Got it on film, man.
You better watch it. You gotta watch it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
All
so
right, come on.
yeah.
Oh,
so-
and you're making the organization look well. You know what I
no,
mean?
but this is important. This part's important right here. So, very interestingly, throughout history, you know, this was a common practice all around the world. Okay, so. And people have been critical of Islam, which they have the right to be critical of Islam. Like, we have the right to be critical of each other's religions. That's okay. That's 100% okay. But the thing is, the very first time you could research your own books that finally a person brought up, you know what, maybe Prophet Muhammad got married a little too early to Aisha. It was in 1908. So you're telling me from the year 600 to the year 1908.
How old was Aisha when he married her?
From the year 600 to the year 1908, not even one person brought up that issue. Because it was something that was common practice all around the world
common
history.
practice.
All around the world history.
Yeah, that's
but
what
we
it
have a new, and now with technological revolutions, with school systems and stuff like that, it's a little bit different world today where now you were kind of forced, like 18 years old. Oh, you can't have sex. You can't have sex. You're 18-year-old. They have it's like a new standard, which kids, believe me, man, they're not. They're not following it. So, but you could kind of see what's going on right there. It's a different world. You can't project what happened, 1,400 years ago to what happened today, because it's a different world, and you can't project that time.
Does your Quran change through time, or does it stay the same?
If you choose,
Does the Prophet Muhammad's words change through time, or does it stay the same?
So the words are exactly the same. Okay.
So everything that Prophet Muhammad spoke about, it still pertains for today.
No. So the actual Quran, we believe, is God's words, and that's exactly the same until today. Humans are humans. So there's going to be some people, let's say some guy in Syria, he's going to misinterpret some certain verses for his personal cause. That's going to happen. That always happens. So and that's human nature. But the words are exactly the same. So if you go if you go to Pakistan, if you go to Australia, and you take any Quran from 5,000 years or 1,000 years ago, it's exactly the same exact words. But the thing is, sometimes people do misinterpret, and that's unfortunate. You have people out there in the Middle East misinterpreting verses for a political cause. Just like you have people in the United States misinterpreting the Declaration of Independence for an we're doing this for they're doing this for protect America, but they're doing it for a political cause.
Well, it's like the Christian Bible. Yeah. For one thing, there's different versions of it. You know what I mean? And two, the thing about the Bible, there's a lot of contradictions. Like, for example, it says "Thou shalt not kill," but then it says "an eye for an eye." And there's if you go back, I'm not a Bible scholar by any means, so I'm not trying to. But you go back in the Old Testament, there's all sorts of funky stuff, like you can't eat a shrimp cocktail on Tuesday. It's okay for a father to sell his daughter into slavery. I'm not saying that's what you guys, but so it's easy. What I found in the Bible, it's easy for people to interpret certain things in it to their own benefit.
That's human nature. It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Humans they're always going to sit there and misinterpret different things. Always but the Quran is something it's a miracle, because even though the Bible has changed, other books have changed, this book has never changed.
Okay.
This book is stayed exactly clear. Some verses are always going to be misinterpreted. You got lawyers, people from law school, they're going to find some way to benefit, enrich their personal
Anybody
life.
can dig if they really want to.
If they wanted to, they can. But for the most part, this is the only book, and I challenge anyone. This is the only book that stayed the same.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
What does "kill the infidels" mean? How do you interpret that?
So.
How do you interpret that?
I don't. So it's exactly what I just told you 5 minutes ago. So these are people. These are people.
But what does it mean though? Kill the infidels. What does it mean? Kill the infidels, or is it something totally different?
No, it means from the Quran version. It just means those that for over 20 years persecuted, killed the members of Muslims, and as the Muslim state grew, they had two choices: either leave, or if you stay and you want to continue your unruly behavior, then it's an act of war, and it is. If and it's any country, you do in the United States. If you say, if you're causing trouble in the United States has the right to say you either leave the United States, or it's an act of war. We're going to kill you on the spot, and they have the right to do that. They actually have the right to do that, to go and kill you on the spot. The United States of America. If the United States of America want to do it, they can do that.
So you brought up a good point earlier about women and children, stuff like that. Now, are our women and our wives and our children safe with Muslims being in this country?
Yes, because Islam means peace, man.
Okay.
And it's for the stand up for what's right and forbid what's wrong. It's bottom line. Yeah. So Islam is very, very simple, man. I'm from America. I come from out these streets.
These guys actually converted.
You know what I'm saying? I come from out the streets. So, far as anything you could think about bad, I was that at one time. If it wasn't for Islam, man, come on, man. Y'all would have had problems out there coming through this area. No, I'm just being real with you, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's not me just saying it. You can look me up. I'm in law books and everything,
But Islam had a positive impact in your life.
That's the only thing changed me, man. If it wasn't for Islam, I'd be in penitentiary a day right now.
So you got a testimony.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
is that what it's called?
That's positive, yeah.
I'm gonna show you something. Prophet Muhammad been gone over 14.
What was that?
Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessing be upon him.
Peace
and blessing
He's
be
been
upon him.
gone for over 1,400 years. Everything that he said, just like in the Bible, Deuteronomy 18, God was talking to Moses, and he told Moses, I'm going to send one unto you, a brother of yours. And when he said, no matter of fact, he said, I'm going to put my words in his mouth. And when he speaks, he's going to speak in my name. And Moses said, how we going to know who he say he is? He said, because of what he speak is going to come to pass. And anybody
the God of the Bible, the Christian Bible, has a
me.
son, but the God of the Allah doesn't have a son. How do we explain that? Yeah, go ahead, though. Go ahead.
He said, that anybody that claims to be him, he must die. Now, with him saying this here, Catholic Romans, they tried to make this be Jesus Christ. Jesus and Moses is nothing alike. But Prophet Muhammad and Moses, they are just alike. Now, right now today, us in modern time, everything that Prophet Muhammad said, we see it's right in our face, man. A lot of stuff done passed already. Just that alone lets us know this is the truth, man. Just like scientists, they just figured out 40 years, about 35, 40 years ago, the making of the human being, man. Here's a man that was illiterate. Where he get this? Where do we get this information from? Didn't have micro slides back.
So basically, I want to clear off. So basically, like what he's trying to say is like a lot of miracles, a lot of information in the Quran that hasn't been really. And the Quran challenges people. It says, "Hey, find something wrong in the book." It says, find contradictions.
If there's to go and look for a Christian, to ask that Christian for questions about the Quran. I've read it too.
Listen.
Go ahead.
I come.
I just want to know, like,
I come from a Christian background.
Right.
My mother, she retired from New Orleans Baptist Theological Center, man. I know the Bible back and forward, man.
Cool.
I was raised in church. I was raised amongst preachers. I was raised amongst ministers. You know what I'm saying? I come up in that. It's all the same, man. People change. The bottom line, hold on. Listen, hold on. The bottom line, hold on, come on, I'm trying to get, look. The bottom line to all this here, all the messages come with one message, man. God's word is perfect. You cannot change God's word. Moses came with the laws. It's only one creator, man. What's the very first commandment? What is the first commandment, man?
Honestly, I don't even know. You got me.
You know what the first commandment is? It's Islam. Thou should not join no partners, put nothing, no God before thee.
Oh, okay,
There's
okay.
only one creator, man. And everybody won't come with this and that and this and that. It's as simple as that.
It goes against like worshiping idols and things.
Hold on.
Okay.
And the problem here in America, man, they don't understand the dialect. Allah means the creator. That's it. The creator. It's only one creator. He say be and it is.
I got a question for you, brother. Why does the Christian Bible say that God of their Bible has a son?
Which one?
NIV, King James, whichever one.
See, you got to you got to go.
Their Bible says. You know
history?
Their Bibles. Let me just finish real quick. So their Bible says that God has a son and his name is Jesus Christ. But then the Quran says that Allah had no son.
Let me answer
that.
So how is it the same God as the Bible?
Let me answer this.
How is that?
All right, so the way this, I've had a lot of discussions with different churches about this. So, and I want you guys got to remember this. It's on camera, okay? Yeah. Search the Council of Nicaea. Are you familiar?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, so Council of Nicaea.
That's like the first Roman Catholics or something.
The Council of Nicaea. No, the Council of Nicaea is a meeting where
they had the meetings.
A meeting where all the pastors got together and they decided to make some changes to the religion. So this is where, and the first Roman, you have to understand when Christianity, Muslims believe when Christianity was first, this religion was revealed by Jesus, was the true religion of the world at that time. But when Jesus was gone, and when he was gone, the Christians got persecuted. They got killed. They got boiling water thrown on top of them. They got
to lions, everything.
Yeah, they got beat up really badly. So what ended up happening is it's like a miracle on today. Imagine if like President Trump one day became Muslim. It was a miracle. The president of the Roman Empire, Emperor Constantine, became a Christian, and he's like, but wait a minute here. He's like, wait a minute. He's like, this is our belief. You know, by the way, this is from our perspective. He's like, but wait a minute. He's like, I still like paganism, but I want to combine a few things. So he combined, like, you know, Sunday, made a church day, combined a few things. At Easter, he put some bunny rabbits, like paganist. So there's some paganistic things, and that's what we believe. You know, you could have your own belief, but that's what we believe. And then they had a meeting called the Council of Nicaea. And then there's further councils, like Council of Theodosius, different councils. And these councils is where they determined what do you see the Christian religion today. Okay, you know what? Council of Nicaea, Jesus has a son. Council of Theodosius, you know what? Mary is the mother of God. So things happen in those meetings. So unfortunately, so that's where we believe that God is never going to leave people without a true religion. Never, okay? Never going to leave people without a true religion. And at that moment, he sent one more prophet when that thing happened. Now we believe that was Prophet Muhammad. And he made it clear that the religion will never change again. And if the religion were to change, if this religion, the book were to change, guess what? We're getting a new prophet. Because God will always have a pure message here on earth. You know, and that's our belief, that any time when Moses' message got changed, Jesus came. When Jesus' message got changed, we believe Muhammad came. So that's really.
Man, I'm gonna leave you with this here. This is how I found this now, and I challenge anybody to do this. I prayed for almost a month and a half, and you know how I prayed? I said, whoever made it possible for me to come out of my mother's womb, please reveal yourself with sincerity for a month and a half. You know where I wind up at? Islam. Do that, and you gonna be in the same place. We all know we had to come out of our mother's womb, right? Cry like that, sincerely, and watch what happens.
It's important, like, you know, to
watch what happens.
Yeah, it's important to go through that journey. I think both these guys went through that journey to become Muslim, and you know, it's important. Like, and I swear to you, I tell everyone here, ask everyone here. I've told them, I said, you know what? Just because you're born Muslim, you gotta. And actually, the sermon today was like, just because you're born Muslim, don't mean you're like, oh, I'm dead Muslim. No, it's your job to make sure. You have to have a reason why you're Muslim. You have to do research. People these days, they just like. They're not conscious. That's it. That was our sermon today. They're not conscious. So you have to and you know, I don't like the camera stuff, but guess what? I appreciate you guys actually sitting there listening. I actually appreciate it. So like, it's important to sit there and just listen, dialogue, have questions. You can say, oh, these guys' answers are all BS, and just walk away and leave. That's okay. That's honestly okay. But the thing is, at least you guys are listening.
No, man, we search for truth.
Yeah, and we respect the fact that you understand that, you know, people can come and photograph in public, and we appreciate that too.
Can I take a picture? You guys want it?
Huh? You can take all the pictures you want. I mean, you have just as much right to take pictures as we do.
Searching for the Creator. Huh? He said, anybody that walks towards Him, He runs towards Him. If you see, He don't care about nothing we doing, nothing we saying. The only thing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is concerned about is the hope. The sincerity behind the hope.
Well, let me ask you. I feel like you're like a lot more critical. So like, after hearing all what you say, is something changed, or you're like, you don't like it? I'm just kind of curious what your thoughts are.
Something changed?
Like, is it a little bit more positive or not really?
You know, it's
or like, do you understand a little bit more or not really?
I do.
I'm just curious.
It doesn't matter, because
look, like, I really do appreciate you guys sitting here talking about it.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, but it's a fair question to ask. Like, I'm just curious. Not really.
See, there's always, look,
you
know, a lot of people, they do. Some folks say, okay, well, it's cool. You know, they're here, they're in our country, they're friendly people, they're not like the ones that are over there. You get what I'm saying?
Country, what
that's what some people say.
No,
but we don't look at it like that. We look like, you know what, you guys are all welcome in here, into the United States of America, and all we're doing is public photography. That's it. So when we're walking down the alley,
11 o'clock at
night.
Well, you should see the way the Scientologists react. I mean,
it's different though. You guys, and I'm just glad that you guys are talking.
When you go back and look at the camera, you're gonna see. And just look at the whole thing.
Yeah, you got it.
My whole concern was the females. This is a part. This is a part of this religion. This is my duty as a Muslim.
Right.
To look out for them.
Protect the women.
Yeah, of course.
The women is different.
Yeah, you got to.
You know, any woman.
That
Yeah,
they're wearing the scarf,
But listen to me.
showing that they're Muslim. So like when people come at them, like they have a sign on them, like telling everyone else they're Muslim. They're going to be worried when somebody randomly comes up to them in the middle of the night.
Hold on. Let me get something straight. So you don't.
Look, I'm not trying to be an ass when I say
but
this
listen
either.
to me. Check
But
this
what
out.
about all them people over there in
I'm about to
France,
tell you,
man?
listen to
What
me.
happened with all them women
Listen
that
to
are
me.
getting
All
raped
right,
or
but
by
listen to me.
Muslims?
Listen to me.
What happened?
According to Prophet Muhammad. Hold on. According to Prophet Muhammad alayhi wa sallam, in the Syria.
Muslims, bad Muslims, good Christians, bad Christians.
According to Prophet Muhammad alayhi wa sallam in the Syria, believe it or not, we have to protect y'all. We have to protect all of mankind. Only people we do not have to protect is those that say out their mouth they don't believe, man. Because we don't know what's in front, we don't know what's behind. We don't know who's gonna be a Muslim. You know, it's no racism in this. Ain't no pick and choose. Prophet Muhammad alayhi wa sallam was sent for all of mankind. He was a mercy for all of mankind. Not just for man, but for jinns too.
Maybe you gotta start off by just
Do
introducing.
you think it's fair to charge everybody as
Seems like you have a
guilty
noble
for
cause.
the act of
It's somewhat of a
worship?
noble-
What was that again? I'm sorry.
Do you think it's fair to charge a whole deen, a whole religion, if you will, in your words, as guilty behind the act of one person?
No, I don't think that whether it's an organization, a business, or a religion, or what. Yeah, you know, it's like if.
It's like the president, one of the former presidents, Bill Clinton. He committed adultery. So do you say, if I was to say, are all the presidents are adulterers? There, you know, if I just had all these adulterers, all these, but still, if
Kennedy.
I were to say all these presidents are guilty behind what one president did, then that would be unfair. It would be unjust. You can't say, oh, well, these presidents over here in this country did this wrong, regardless whether they follow the same beliefs or anything like that. You have to follow. You have to judge somebody by their conduct. Now, if anything we did wrong tonight was because we were defensive, we were on the defense because there were women walking by, then, you know, you can call me wrong, you can call me whatever you want, but I'm guaranteed that nothing was going to happen to those women, and we're not sitting here trying to harm you guys. It came off, you know, as like we're aggressive or anything, but it had nothing to do with that because we didn't approach you guys in any harmful way, we didn't cause harm, we didn't allow you to harm us, and then we had a whole dialogue. We sat here and
I've enjoyed it actually.
Yeah, it was
I
a
mean,
beautiful
I
thing.
appreciate it. And
That's
actually,
what it's about.
He was telling me that like the purpose of the organization. It's you know, I don't like how you guys came like this, but you know what? There's somewhat of a noble purpose for some of the stuff he was telling me. It's interesting, but yeah, I wish it wasn't like in the middle of the night, but you know what? It is what it is. But you know, I hope that you don't just show the video of just us getting mad. Like, I think there's a lot more
the thing
to
is
it.
that we're gonna show your message, man, and people are gonna appreciate the video for what it is because we didn't tell you F off, and you know we're like a religion is something different, dude. We'll give you the chance. You can speak your mind, and we're not gonna judge you. You know, we're not here to judge you guys, but it depends on if you guys are doing something wrong, like that we hear, like, oh, they're jacking people, they're stealing people's money, they're, you know, stuff like that.
like the Church of Scientology.
Yeah, that comes out in the open, and then we might film you for that. But we weren't here to film you for that. We're just here doing public interest. It's more like a documentary that we're doing today, because we don't visit the city often. So we're gonna, you know, post different sceneries, and then you guys will share your word. And we're not judging you. We're not, you know, gonna put you in saying, hey, get the hell out of here, and then be like, oh, this is how they act, you know.
You've actually made the organization look really good. I mean, you know, and I think people are gonna.
You know, I just want you guys to like, at the end of the day, you know, take a chance. You know, you heard a little bit about the message. People don't ask us. You know, so like, you know, sometimes like they just assume something. People live their whole life, they'll die assuming that the religion is something that they heard
all
on.
of us, in between all our channels, like you're probably gonna get over
This isn't just some picking on you guys.
man.
Yeah, I understand.
Excuse me
We go
one
to a
second.
Christian church,
Excuse
we're
me
gonna be
one
asking them the
second.
same hard
They do
questions, bro.
Yeah.
الله لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم لا تأخذه سنة ولا نوم له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض من ذا الذي يشفع عنده إلا بإذنه يعلم ما بين أيديهم وما خلفهم ولا يحيطون بشيء من علمه إلا بما شاء وسع كرسيه السماوات والأرض ولا يعوده حفظهما وهو العلي العظيم.
A prayer. Hopefully, you know.
Was that was a prayer?
That's a prayer for a verse in the Quran. But hopefully, you know, asking God, like, this is like a verse talking about, like, the highest, God is the most powerful. This is a verse in verse 255, chapter 2, 255. But it's just, it's really a verse. Hopefully, you know, hopefully, you guys find the truth. That's it. You know, you find your guidance. You find what's the truth. You know, speaking of this brother, I feel like you guys are so much trying to find the truth in some sense, which is pretty cool. So I hope God helps you guys out for that.
Oh, thank you.
Let me tell you one thing. They say that when a person take shahada,
you gotta say the English word, man. These guys don't know Arabic.
Meaning when you revert, you repent, you come to the Creator and accept Islam, you get a clean slate. Whatever you done in the past,
You get to erase away.
Allah takes and throw it away. I'm a living witness. I had 15 years.
You had what?
15 years. I took Shahada. It wasn't even a good week. They reversed my conviction. They reversed my sentence. And I went trustee. With my jacket, that was never supposed to happen, man. But I know, by me studying now, I know what happened. Allah do not fail in his promises. He means everything that he say, man. I come home. I wasn't home a good week and 2 days. I'm on paper. I wasn't supposed to leave. Guess where I was at? In the middle of the Gulf, man. Coming home, coming on land every day, staying in hotels. You don't get that like that, man. They got people work out there 15 years, don't get that. They got to stay out there on that water, man. Allah do not fail in his promises, man. Everything that he say, everything that is in that book, the good and the bad, you can look for. He do not fail in his promise. Just as good as the good come, just as good as the bad can come to you. Because Prophet Muhammad, he was a warner. He warned the people. He let the people know what was in front of them. It's on once you read it, it's on you to take it. But what you gonna read, that's what you can look for.
All right.
It's just that simple, man. It's just that simple, man.
Right on, guys. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Thanks for your time.
I mean, we appreciate it. Thanks for talking to us.
Good to meet all you guys, dude.
It was nice to meet you. Thank you. It was nice to meet you.
You got two guys. Yeah, like you.
I don't like it. It was nice to meet you.
I'll shake with the left hand. I mean,
One last thing, just like, this actually, there's supposed to be a fence right here.
Oh, okay.
There's a fence there and there. That fence was knocked down.
Okay, nice to meet you.
So the fence hasn't been replaced.
Oh, okay.
So this technically is supposed to be fenced off.
So just for future.
Yeah.
Okay.
We come from that room and we go there because the fences are usually there.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate it. All right, thank you. Have a good service. Thank you, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.